see you. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to see you all today. Let's wait for people to come in. Welcome to the live session, everyone. Yes, it's Wednesday, so we are halfway through the week. Congratulations, you have survived thus far. Okay, we're waiting for the rest to come. Welcome to all of you who just joined the live session, people. I'm Teacher Mitsuko. Today I'm going to go through a Nanhua Primary School paper to help you continue revising for your English upcoming English exams. Hello, Jaden. Jaden, are you new here or have you been here before? At least I'm asking about the live session. Yes, we're waiting for your response. Everyone, if you are looking for a very targeted oral revision this coming 7th of July and 11th of August. So these are actually one day school holidays in July and August. Good news for you. We are offering the last live. Yes, I have been here. Oh, so today is your first day, I would assume. Welcome to you, Jaden. Yes. So P5 and P6 students, if you're looking for the final stretch of your revision that you need just before you face end of year examinations or PSLE oral, we have two one-day oral programs for you. One of which is PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course, which is going to be 2 hours. So you will go through commonly tested themes, practice techniques, and how to analyze your picture stimulus, which is, by the way, now a real life photograph instead of a hand drawn poster. And then if you want something a bit more personalized, we also have PSLE Oral one-to-one intensive coaching. So for this case, this is kind of different in a way that you have all the attention of the teacher. It's just you and the teacher for 1 hour. You can choose from one of the 10 commonly tested themes, and then you'll dive deep into that theme for that 1 hour. You'll get personalized feedback from the teacher. Yeah. So yes, this is PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course, 2 school holidays, closer to your examinations after June, and then PSLE Oral one-to-one intensive coaching. Yeah. So all of you who will be signing up for these courses will get a $50 regular program voucher from Right to Work. So what are you learning for the PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course? Of course, you will learn how to use the response framework called MEET. MEET stands for something, but of course, it's very important that when you do oral, whatever response framework that you have, it's important that you have a response structure or framework to follow. Some of you probably know Oreo, Peel, Pierce, trees. It's very important that you do have a structure to follow and you master that structure because it will help you organize your thoughts. It will push you to expand your answer. And it makes it easier for the examiner to understand your response. For us, we have re-strategized, we have changed the way we teach oral, and we have adapted it to the new format of PSLE. That's why we are introducing our oral technique MEET for this case. Now, on top of that, this 2 hour crash course will definitely go through 8 commonly tested themes with you from the moment you understand the main theme of one picture stimulus, and then it will branch out to other related themes to help you also learn how to predict questions just even by looking at the picture stimulus, which is very important. Can we shrink it slightly, please? Thank you. And then what else are you getting from this? This one is very important because PSLE 2025 new format will now be using real life photograph. So the techniques that you were probably very familiar of last time with hand-drawn posters is definitely different from the techniques that you're going to use for real life photograph. Mostly because the hand-drawn posters before were so easy. It was so easy to recognize the theme because they put titles, they put subtitles, they put words inside the poster. And sometimes when the hand-drawn picture is like very vague, there are text below it to make it more obvious. Like shoes, they will put shoes there screaming at your face. That's not the case for real life photograph now. Like you have nothing else but your observation skills, both on the foreground and the background. So it's very important that you change the way you analyze your picture stimulus based on the new format that is given to you. And finally, of course, we will be giving you model responses for all the questions that you'll be practicing in this PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course. So you understand ideally how you can attack or how you can tackle these questions. You never know, it might be the one that you'll be facing soon. So this one, very big QR code for you here. Explore if you want to learn more about these oral crash courses. Scan the QR code on top. It will direct you to their individual pages in our website. Otherwise, you can always WhatsApp us. It's very big right there as well. If you have more questions about the programs, feel free to ask. Now, one-to-one intensive coaching, the biggest difference would be out of 10 commonly tested themes, you can actually choose one. So what you see right here are commonly tested themes. So if you want to take note, those of you who are in the live, you can take note of these commonly tested themes because they are. Yeah. Kindness. It's desolate right now. Kindness, environment, sports and fitness, family, neighborliness, and community. If you're done with that, there's 5 more: education and learning, travel, food and nutrition, technology, and performing arts. So for the one-to-one intensive coaching, from these 10, you choose one. Then during your 1 hour session with our experienced Write as a Word teacher, you will dive into that theme, practice questions with that theme, practice picture stimulus analysis with that theme. Okay? You can take note of that as well. Of course, the feedback will be real time. It's very much customized because the teacher's attention will be just on you. So join us for this one as well. The QR code is also right there on top for you to scan and explore. Okay? So 2 oral programs for you. In the meantime, let us, of course, continue to practice your paper 2 skills. After all, it's half of your PSLE grade. If you're not taking any examination, it's perfectly fine. You never go wrong with always making sure you make improvements in the way you communicate a language that you always use every day, whether it's for school, for work, or just with your family or friends. Okay, today we're using Nanhua paper. It's from 2022 prelims. Let's see if you can answer these questions. People, are you ready? Yes, question number 1. John has not been able to stay focused in class recently. The loss of his pet dog has a serious effect blank his mood. Oh, that's what a very sad question to start with. Serious effect what? You're basically looking for the right preposition to pair effect with. Pillow, you want to say serious effect on. Okay. Pillow goes for number 4. Anyone else who wants to give this question a try? Hello, Freesha, just joined the live. Welcome to you. Okay, so people, if you have a guess for this, feel free to drop it in. If you want to agree, drop in the number, or if you have a different answer, give it a try. I'll give you about 5 more seconds. It's so cute because you see the face of Matcha here, ever so slightly peeking at the corner of the camera. Okay, that one's cute. One nice. Okay, Pillow, you're saying the loss of his pet dog has a serious effect on his mood. You are correct. Okay, I found it. Okay, you are correct. Yes, that was a missing thing. So when you want to indicate that something is being influenced or changed by something else, you say effect on, right? Influenced. Or changed by something else. Good job, Pillow. All right, next question. Blank did the singer expect to receive such warm applause from the audience for her performance? She was pleasantly touched. What do you think? Do you say much did the singer expect? Or none did the singer expect? Little did the singer expect, or any did the singer expect. Now, this is a whole phrase on its own. If you know the collocation, you would definitely get this correctly. So, pillow, you say little did the singer expect. Very good. That is the correct answer. So when you say little did I know, little did the singer expect, little did someone expect. So if you say little did someone expect. That would basically mean that person is surprised. And that's about it. Okay, number 3, let's go. Eh? The screen is giving up on me. Now the class has decided to nominate Betty as the class monitress. She's helped many of us in the past months. Blank, said Jane. You didn't look like Teacher Mitsuko. I know, because I kept my fringe today. You're so used to seeing me having my fringe. Finally, someone else. Actually, you never know. Maybe I am not Teacher Mitsuko Mariah. Maybe I'm kind of like a twin. Okay, she's helped many of us in the past months. Blank, question tag. Pillow, you're going for number 2. Now, just to make sure that you're not falling for any trap right here, you're wearing a uniform. I'm not wearing a uniform. Okay, she's here. I need you to make sure that you do this. When you see a contraction when dealing with a question tag question, I need you to break it up into its full spelling. Now, she's is the short for what? How do you break this up into its 2 original long form words? Is this she is? Is this she has? No, you don't say she is helped many of us, Mariah. She what? She has, correct. Very good. If this is she has, of course, that's how you know this is positive. And the way to make it negative is to add the word not. So the answer would be number 2. She hasn't she. Good job. Oh, very good. Now, number 4. Kaylee will read blank. She has the chance. She has been nicknamed Bookworm. Okay, the second sentence, even if it doesn't bear the blank, it does give you the clue. She will read blank. So if she's a bookworm, she would love and love just to read and read and read. Okay, so Kaylee will read what? Number, okay. Hello, Mercy Buku and Hannah. Okay, you're all saying Kaylee will read whenever, and then your clue here is she has the chance. Very good. It is whenever. So basically, it would mean to say at any time, right? She would get at any time. That would mean to say she gets the opportunity. Okay. Very good. You're still convinced it's a uniform. I mean, if it does look like a uniform, not so bad. Jane, as well as her brother, blank their grandparents every Sunday. You're being tested both on subject verb agreement, singular or plural, and tense. Give your answer. Explain to me why that is your answer. Pillow goes for number 2. Pillow, what is the subject here that you're looking at? Okay, so we have number 2 and we have number 1. Okay. To remove goddamn commas. Okay, Jane is the subject. Very good. As well as you see the double commas here. What is inside is an extra information. So the main subject is actually Jane. So Jane is what? Singular. Why is it the same? Why did I choose the same color? So Jane is singular, correct? Now, there may not be the 2 commas there, okay? So look out for the keywords such as well as, together with, except, all those things. Those are cues that they're about to give extra information, okay? Now, singular here. So that would mean to say we can cancel number 1 and number 3. Now, it's every Sunday. So when it's habitual and it's regular, you have to use present tense. So that would mean to say our answer is number 2, visits. We clear with that? Sometimes you forget I'm teacher Mitsuko. Mariah, are you okay? Okay, number 6. My father will let my siblings and blank know if he is able to make it to our concert this evening. Mhm. Okay, this one given. No, I'm not okay. Why aren't you okay? You better settle that with yourself, Mariah. You have, you know, you have to have a conversation with yourself and get to the bottom of it. Okay, pillow goes for number 3. You're saying my father will let my siblings and me. And you're also not okay because of this question. Give it a try. If you are to give it a try, what would be your answer? Mariah, do you say my father will let my siblings and I will let my siblings and we? Okay. Will let my siblings and me. Will let my siblings and myself. Mm-hmm. So Mariah is 3, Hannah is 1, Pillow is also 3. Okay, I'm gonna go down. Of course, yes, you're correct. Father is a subject. Okay. Now it goes down to the very classic I versus me question. Okay. Now you use I if the I there is the subject. How do you know it's a subject? I still have students like, sure, I don't understand when you say subject or object. What on earth is that? You're the subject if you are the doer of the action. Okay. Now, you use me when it's used as an object in the sentence, as in you become the receiver of the action. So if you look at the action here, will let, okay? Will let, that's the main verb of the sentence. Who's doing it? It's father. So it's not I. Mm-hmm. Let who? So who's receiving the action? It's you, the me one. Okay. So it's me, number 3. Mm-hmm. So be very careful with that. Okay. Another technique that you can use if this process is not as easy for you to go through is to find the verb, and ask yourself, am I the doer of the action, of the main verb in the sentence? If yes, then it's I. If no, then it's me. Okay? Mm-hmm. Be careful with this, I versus me, because sometimes if you put I or me there on the blank, it may still sound correct. There are sentence structures that appears to be that way. Okay? Number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Now, John knew the plot of the story very well. Shh. Okay, YX, you are correct. You can also cancel my siblings and that's a classic technique as well. So my father will let I or my father will let me. Okay? Thank you for sharing that. Hello, aspect. Okay, we are now in number 7, ladies and gentlemen. John knew the plot of the story very well because he blanked the book before. Okay, so this one is a very classic, commonly tested tense question. Vicky Angel goes for 2, 2, 2. You're all going for number 2, is it? Do you know what's this tense called? It seems like all of you are in consensus. So you probably are, are you very much familiar of this? So what do you think is the name of this tense? I'll give you 5 seconds. Let's see if you can name the tense. A 5, a 4, past perfect. Very good, Mariah. I'm very proud of you. Okay, so if you notice in the sentence, there are 2 past actions here. 2 past actions. One happened after the other. You taught me 2,827 and 256 times. John knew the plot of the story very well. This is action 2. What led to action 2? It's because action 1 is the reading, correct? Okay, this is action 1. This is how you basically know when you are seeing 2 past actions, both of them done in the past, okay? One happened first and then next happened. Action 1 is always a past perfect form, which is had read. Action two is a simple past, and then the next one will be the present. So if you look at it in a timeline, it's like present, simple past, past perfect. Okay? Why are John and Jane in every question? Good question, Pillow. I also don't know. Okay, number 8. All the children are grouped together in this class. Blank their ability. There's a comma here. Okay, what we want to say here is that the grouping of the children does not take their abilities into account. Okay, they're just grouped. Okay, now Vicky Angel goes for number 4. Pillow also 4. I'm gonna go, yeah, okay. Do you all think it's number 4? So you're all saying regardless of. Okay, very good. Yes, you're correct. Regardless of, that means to say, grouping does not take their abilities into account. Very good. Now, since you cannot use, when you use this, you want to give a reason. We're not trying to give a reason here. Besides is like in addition, you want to add an information. In addition to or apart from, like that. And then apart from is like except for. It's like except for. And yeah, very good, people. Number 9. The number of people who have been scammed online blank increasing this year. Now you're being tested again on subject verb agreement plus tense. Be careful. Have a look, because this one, the subject verb agreement, has a very obvious clue in the sentence. And then even the tense has also has a very obvious clue. Okay, we have number 4. We also have number 2. Anyone else? Vicky Angel, Hannah. 2 as well. Let's see. Okay, 5 seconds if anyone else wants to still give it a try. Okay, we have 4, 2, 2, 2. So now the question is, let's settle SVA first. Okay, let's settle SVA first, whether we should be looking at something singular or plural. Hello, Chloe, welcome to you. Now, look at this, the number of people. The subject is the entire unit, the entire number of people. When you see this, the number of people, this is singular. Yeah, because you're talking about the whole thing as one. Hi, Eisen. Welcome back to you. I haven't seen you for some time already. I'm happy you're back. So when you say the number of people, you're not talking about all those people individually. You're talking about all of them as a whole, as one unit. So it's always singular. Okay? Now, that is different from a number of. Because, for example, you say the number of students, let's just say it's like this, increased, has increased. So in this sentence, if the student's number is like 200 and then 200 became 300, we're looking at it as one unit. So it's singular. But if we say a number of students have taken the test. When you say a number of means several. So that's plural. So careful. The number of is singular. A number of means several. So that's plural. But because the question is using the number of, it's singular. So cancel are, cancel were. Okay? Now, the second thing to look at is the tense, of course. It says this year, so we're looking at present tense. So the answer is number 1. Okay? We're clear? Hello. So someone said hi. Pear. Hello, Pear. Welcome back to you as well. All right, everyone. Remember to share the live if you have more friends whom you want to study with via TikTok. Okay, let's end strong, everyone. We are down to number 10. Kevin helped his mother blank the groceries from the market. Who can name this type of question? We've always named this type of grammar question. Can anyone recall? I have very high expectations, Mariah. Hello, Eisen. Okay, Vicky Angel goes for number one. Okay, Eisen is going for. If you're saying Jaren, that means to say you're going for number four, is it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna give 10 more seconds for the rest to share the answers. Mm-hmm. Hello, Shermoon C. It's been so long. Okay, you're all going for number one. You seem to be all in consensus. So this is the VNV rule. This is the VNV question. Helped? Verb, noun, verb. And when you see this pattern, the second verb can only be either in base form or in its ing form. So you can basically, oh, cannot be carries, cannot be carried. Normally it's always in base form. If you need to use it in ing form, they will put an obvious clue that they need it in something in continuous. So for this case, it's actually number one, help his mother carry. Sure, what is past perfect? Oh my God, where have you been, Aizen? I'm gonna go through this very quickly for you, yeah? Past perfect tense, you use it when the sentence has two past actions, okay? Past perfect. You use it when the sentence mentions two past actions. So if you think about it in a timeline, right? So let's say this is the present time, okay? Okay, if you go back in time, this one is simple past. Okay, it's past tense, it's done in the past, it ended in the past as well. Now, what if the question actually mentions two past actions? Let's say, for example, the question went on to say, she had studied the book. I'll show you, actually, I'll show you this one as an example. Look at number 7. John knew the plot of the story very well because he blanked the book before. If you notice, there's two past actions. He had read the book, so he knew the plot very well. So that's the same case for past. That's the case for past perfect. The question will mention the sentence will mention two past actions, and so action number 1 that happened, you do it in past perfect form, which is had plus past participle. Okay, so when you look at it, when you look at the question, right, all you have to do is then check which is action 1. Okay, oh, this is action 1 because it she left the house first and then the rain poured. So when you see which one happened first chronologically, then you use had plus past participle. That's why had taken, had cried, had spoken. And then the second action that happened will then be simple past. Action 2, simple past tense. All right, we clear with that? Where's Mochi? Mariah, Mochi is here. It's just not in the frame. Hello. Not that. But he's still listening and watching all of you. All right, congratulations everyone. Let's move on to vocabulary, but of course, here comes the good news and the unskippable ad. Now, if you are looking to really master your paper 2, we do have paper 2 revision courses, which is called Top Schools English Exam Paper 2. Okay, feel free to join us for this one. This is going to be a 10-day fully online via Zoom paper 2 program, exclusive classes for P5 and then P6 students. You will be going through 2024 paper 2 papers per day from top primary schools. And then, of course, you go through the entire paper, you will learn exam strategies. This will be in July. So if you're really looking at making sure you secure your marks for paper 2, which is half 47.5% of your PSLE grade, join us for this program, everyone. I can assure you, when you join this, there's no ad inside. It's purely learning the whole paper 2 paper. It's very much unlike how I'm running the live session. Of course, the expertise of the teachers are there, and so on. But yeah, join us for this. You'll go through one full paper 2 per lesson. All of you will get a voucher and a free PSLE model composition ebook. Okay. Davi is asking, host Mitsuko, where's host Ja? Okay, teacher Ja actually did the lessons earlier today. It's just that this timing is not her usual live timing. She will be back on the following days, don't worry. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, it's not a lie, Mariah. This is a paid program. So paid programs, purely instructional lessons. It will be focusing on full paper tools. Teacher will be teaching you all throughout the 1.5 hour lesson. Of course, it's different from the live session that we're doing. And if so, primary five students per each day, you will go through a top school 2024 paper two, P5 end of year paper. That would mean actually, if it's 2024 P5 end of year paper, these paper two papers actually already adapt the is adopting the new format for PSLE. Sure, what's the cost of this? I do not actually remember, Eisen. If you want to see the cost, you go to the website and then download the brochure. There's a brochure for the top schools English exam paper to revision. Otherwise, Eisen, DM us with your contact details. Then I'll get our customer service team to give you the information you need. Yeah, so there is a separate set for P5 students. There is actually also a separate set for P6 students. For P6 students, it would then mean you're going through top schools paper 2 from 2024 prelims as well. Okay, so 10 high impact online lessons. It's actually going to be 1.5 hour per lesson. It's not going to overlap with any of your daytime activities because it's going to be at night at 7:30 to 9 p.m. Okay, fully online from the comforts of your home. You can join us, and if you join us for all 10 days, you will actually get a discounted price. And on top of that, you're actually already receiving fully annotated answer keys of all the papers that you're going through in class. If you go for the 10-day lesson, you will get additional fully annotated answer key from PSLE 2023 and PSLE 2024 paper 2. So gifts and discounts for the 10-day bundle. Join us for this, everyone, if you are really, want to be more strategic with your paper 2 revision. Okay? Now, let's move on to check on your vocabulary skills. Okay, everyone, let's go. Now, first question here is, my house is under renovation. We have to blank at my grandmother's house during this period. Sure, the code is Tuesday 5, right? What is that code, Eisen? Where'd you get that from? What code is that? Okay, while you're trying to explain to me what is that code for and where'd you get that code, let's see. Vicky Angel goes for number 1. You're saying, my house is under renovation. We have to put up, okay, at my grandmother's house. I see. Hi, Pecta. Hi, Chair Evening. Here for my daily English exercises. Oh, that's so cute. Welcome back to you. Hi, Pecta. We have just started the vocabulary section, so you're just right on time. Code for book discount. One of the books. As in one of our books? Hello, thank you for the follow, Lizy70. Do you mean one of our books, Eisen? Now, Pillow also goes for number 4. So we have a couple of answers. We have number 4. We also have number 1. Okay. Tuesday 5. Do we have a Tuesday 5 code? No, right? I don't think so. What I can tell you, however, Eisen, just before I reveal the answer for question 1, if you're asking currently ongoing discounts in our ebook shop in Writers at Work, it will be the bundle of Master PSLE and I forgot the other one. You will see it right on top when you open our ebook shop. You will see there is a bundle. We have 2 products currently in bundle, and so it will be in discounted price if you buy both. But other than that, we don't have the Tuesday 5 code, Eisen. Okay, you are facing different phrasal verbs here. Let's define them and let me know if you want to reconsider your answer that you just dropped in just now. Put across, if you want to put something across, you want to communicate something, you want to convey it. So put across is more towards communicating something. To communicate an idea effectively. Okay, so we are not really talking about communication skills here, so not number 4. Okay, Put down is to place, of course, obviously, if I'm putting down the bell, I'm putting it down here. But do remember, phrasal verbs can have more than one meaning. So put down can literally mean putting something down, but it can also mean to criticize someone. Mhm. So yes, let me put the second meaning instead because the first one is pretty obvious. Criticize someone. Now, put away is basically, so we're not talking about criticizing someone in the question as well. If you put something away, you store something back to its right place, to its proper place. Now, put your toys away. Okay, that means to say the mom wants the child to put the toys back where they should be kept after playing. Okay, put something back in its proper place. So are we talking about that? No, as well. So is it put up, teacher? I thought put up means to say, like, if you're putting up with someone you're trying to tolerate, that is one of the meanings. So, like, for example, you go and say, I can't put up with you anymore. I want to leave. Like that. That is one meaning of put up, as in you can't tolerate certain behavior. Another meaning of put up, however, is to stay or lodge somewhere temporarily. Temporarily. In this case, that's obviously what we need here because their house is currently being fixed and repaired. Probably not a place where they can stay because of the noise and the dust and so on. So they are going to stay temporarily at their grandma's place. So the word is number one, put up. Good job. Aizen, you're stuck. You're stuck where? Can you explain to me? Hello, Kal-El or Kal-El. Well, welcome to you. Your answer is correct. Okay. Welcome to those of you who just got into the live, actually. Okay. Let me know where you're stuck, Aizen. Is it in this number or stuck somewhere else? Now, let's proceed to number 12 first. You're stuck between 1 and 2. It's number 1. 2 cannot, because 2 means to say that you are putting something, but you're not putting something into its proper place in the question, huh? Now, the students worked blank together for the social studies project without any disagreement. Okay, your clue here is without any disagreement. So how are they working together if they are not actually, they're not fighting? They're working together peacefully. That's what you want to say. Okay. This is the number you're stuck. You're choosing between amicably and coherently, is it? Okay. It's okay. Let's break it down in a moment. But you're leaning more towards number 1. Okay. Chloe also goes for number 1, amicably. And Vicky Angel. Okay, you're all actually correct. Very good. When something is amicable, it's very friendly. Okay. So amicably in its adverb form, in a friendly or peaceful manner. So that's why, for example, let's say the divorce ended in an amicable manner, for example, like that. So coherently, it cannot be coherently. You know why? When something is coherent, it's done in a very logical and consistent way. So coherent will be pointing out towards how they're working how they're working technically in the project as opposed to their relationship while they were working. Okay? So it cannot be coherently because coherent, they were working, if you say coherent, right, they were working in a logical and consistent way. Yeah. It does not, so if you say they're working, they are probably working in a coherent manner, but it does not address the lack of disagreement when you use the word coherently. So because you can work coherently and still have disagreements. Yeah. Now, deliberately, if you're working deliberately, you work with intention. Okay. Work with intention and purpose, I would say. Ah, you learned it from amiably. Yeah, amiable. Someone who's amiable is someone who's also friendly and nice. Okay. Simultaneously, from the word simultaneous, they worked, at exactly at the same time. So that's not the case here as well. That's not what we're trying to put forth. Um, okay, so everyone, the answer is number one, amicably. All right. Well done. Let's move on to the next number. Number three. The official checked my identity card to blank the information that I had provided before, allowing me to take part in the competition. Okay. So someone who is officially part of the competition is basically checking your identity card just to confirm or kind of like validate the accuracy of something, as in, this is your face. Are you like, this is the list of the competitors who should be in the competition. Where is your ID so I can match it, right? That's basically the whole point. So what is this person exactly doing? He's trying to what? Verify or rectify, modify or classify. So Eisen, Vicky Angel, is this tough in P6? Yeah, Justin, this is P6 Nanhua paper, prelim. Okay. Verify is confirm. Very good. The official is trying to verify something. If you're verifying something, you're trying to confirm, you're trying to validate. Now, rectify, no, because when you're rectifying something, you're trying to correct it. He's not correcting something here. There's nothing wrong. He's just checking and validating if this is really you via your ID. Okay. When you modify, from the word modify, that means to say you are altering something, right? You change something. He's also not changing something. He's not changing your ID. He's not doing anything like that. And then classify. Classifying would mean to say he's organizing or categorizing. He's not doing it. He just needs to look at it and confirm, right? So the answer is number one, verify. Okay. Let's move on to number 14. Search and rescue teams plowed through the blank after the earthquake in search of survivors. What do you think is the answer? They plowed through the what? What are they plowing through, especially when like it's an aftermath of an earthquake? Where is the likely place where they have to find survivors? Chloe 2, JL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 2. Siak is 2. Okay, rubble. Okay, you're all going for rubble, is it? Somebody also went for number 4, which is fragments. Okay, let's break it down and see. Now, number 1 is refuse. Refuse and refuse are two different things, okay? The one with the stressing in the second syllable, refuse, is a verb where you no, say no, right? Refuse is garbage or waste. No, they're not plowing through the garbage, okay? Now, are they plowing through the rubble? A rubble is the broken pieces, right? These are broken pieces of stones, bricks, or concrete, resulting from a collapse. Of buildings. So you are correct. The answer is number 2. Okay. Remains. Are they plowing through remains? No, because remains most likely will refer to leftovers. Can it's too generic a term to be the correct answer. Okay. Now um, fragments also are tiny and little pieces, but you don't call those broken pieces from collapsed buildings as fragments. Okay. Fragments can be little pieces of something, but not those that are in result of collapsing buildings. So rubble is the best answer. Okay. Now, last question for vocab. The judge blanked the woman of the theft. The judge blanked the woman of theft due to the lack of evidence and released her immediately. So the word we're looking for here is the actual legal word that they use when the judge actually declares a person not guilty of a crime. So what's the word that they actually use for that? What do you think is the answer? Hmm. Magnus goes for acquitted. Do you guys agree with Magnus's answer? Pillow agrees. 5 more seconds. Let's see if we all have the same answer. Not guilty, ha? Because one word in the option is the opposite of acquitted. Okay, let's review. Is it acquitted correct? So, acquitted is basically the official legal term when declared when someone is declared not guilty because there's no sufficient evidence to prove that they are. Okay. Now, also usually used in legal context. Now, when someone, the opposite of acquitted is convicted. If you're convicted of a crime, it means you're found guilty. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are being condoned, if you condone a behavior, you overlook it, as in you tolerate it, overlook, or you disregard an offense. So, for example, I go and say this child has been doing this for so long because the parents have been condoning the behavior. So the child thinks it's correct. So the child keeps doing it. So condoning means tolerating something that is not good. Or so that means to say if you go and say, I do not condone this behavior, that means to say you're not gonna overlook this kind of behavior. You're gonna stop it right here, right now. Okay. Freed is of course now some of the students might get confused. Sure, can I not say the judge freed the woman of theft? Okay, freed could imply that she was released from custody. Okay. Then but it does not specifically indicate the legal judgment. It's not the legal term. So it could be that she's actually freed, she's not imprisoned, but she is still in trial. So no, cannot. Not the most accurate term to use. So it is number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Very good. Now, if you want, you can now try to, what do you call this? You can now try to vote. What is the next section of the paper that you want us to go through? Comprehension close, editing, or maybe you want to jump to S&T. Compre close. Okay, Santia is asking, is it offense with a C or offense with an S? The one in the S is American English. But since you're doing PSLE, let's change this to C because we use British English. Yeah, so that's the difference. Okay. Is this every day? Shaq, we have live sessions almost every weekday. However, the live sessions vary in timing and in the type as well. So my suggestion for you is to always check out for the live schedule that we release every Monday to know what are the sessions that you can look out for. Okay, So I see a lot of vote for comprehension clause. Uh-huh. Yes. So Singapore is bracing itself for a major dengue outbreak. Hi Char. Hello Nani. Welcome. Now, one quick ad before we proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for a very quick oral revision, this is the final oral revision that would definitely be good for you if you're preparing for PSLE oral. This coming school holidays, I'm telling you good news as well. July 7 and August 11 are two school holidays where we're offering PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course. It's a 2-hour course. You can choose it to be physical lesson or you can do the online lesson as well. Um, is it filtered, my comment? What is your comment? Did you say something? Pillow, the last thing you said is close. So if you said something else after close that I didn't see, it must have been filtered. Okay? Now, if you also want to practice oral, one-to-one with a writers and expert writers or a teacher, you can do PSLE oral one-to-one intensive coaching. One thing I can assure you for these lessons, you will go through how to properly analyze picture stimulus based on the new PSLE format. You'll also be practicing actual, Q&A, stimulus-based conversation. Okay? And finally, you will learn how to respond with structured oral response framework to help you organize your thought, expand, and elaborate your answer. Finally, as well, you will build content knowledge about these themes because, after all, you have to know what to say before you can even say it properly. So, first, learn about the topic, discuss it, brainstorm it, and then learn the techniques and how to present your answer. You need to have both the content and the delivery done right. Okay? So, join us for these two if you're looking for oral revisions before your PSLE oral examination. That's the first hurdle that we have to go through. Okay, now everyone, Singapore is bracing itself for a major dengue outbreak. The numbers could rise blank higher than the current 19,386 cases. Okay, so now here's the question. What do you think is the answer? You have a few clues here. Let me change it to my pen. So the current cases is being mentioned. It could rise blank higher than the current number of cases. Pillow goes to say even higher. Do you agree with Pillow's answer? By the way, let me type the big topic here. Very important that you know this before even attempting to respond to every blank. So the big topic is dengue. It's specifically in SG. Okay, now even higher, it is correct. Very good. As the nation has entered its peak dengue season from June to October, blank to the warmer weather, the mosquitoes breed quickly and the virus multiplies. Okay, remember that this is a full stop, huh? This is a full stop. Blank to the warmer weather, the mosquitoes breed quickly and the virus multiplies. So we're doing kind of like cause and effect here. If you want to do the cause and effect thing in number 52, what's the word that you need? It pairs with the word to. What you think? Try. Okay, O goes for dew, siak goes for rise. Okay, your answer is correct. This is the word we're looking for if we're gonna really talk about cause and effect. So the cause is the warmer weather, the effect is the mosquitoes breed quickly, and then the virus multiplies. Okay, so moving on, blank to the Ministry of Health. Dengue is spread. Okay, so we are basically quoting Ministry of Health, whatever it is, the information that they released. So can we say owing to the warm weather, the mosquitoes breed quickly and the virus multiplies? That's a very good question, Chloe, because owing to is kind of like also cause and effect. Is it nonetheless synonymous to due to? Due to is often an adverbial phrase, while owing to is typically an adverb caused by, because of. Okay, I'm gonna take note of that, Chloe. I will confirm that. I need to really look into it. What I can do for you is when I come back during my live session on Friday, I can confirm this to you. Okay? Now, Vicky Angel goes for according to the Ministry of Health. Do you guys agree with Vicky Angel's answer? According to the Ministry of Health, if you want to quote Ministry of Health about important information, is it according? Very good, Shaq. That is the answer. According to the Ministry of Health, dengue is spread blank the bite of a female Aedes mosquito. Do you say Aedes? It spread what? If you want to talk about the manner, very good, Pillow. Through the bite of the female mosquito. A mosquito blank infected with dengue after taking blood from a dengue infected person. Why you're still using green? Does it make you uncomfortable, Mariah? We can change it to another color. Okay. Now, what do you think is the answer for number 55? A mosquito blank infected with dengue after taking blood from a dengue infected person becomes, wow, Pillow. So good. Very good. It can then infect other people after 8 to 12 days and blank on the disease for the rest of its 2-week lifespan. Okay, I'm going to highlight so you know which part I've read already. Okay. It can then infect other people after 8 to 12 days and blank on. This is a phrasal verb. The disease for the rest of its 2-week lifespan. What do you think is the answer for this one? Carry on the disease. No, Pillow. Well, what we're trying to do is I'm infected. So what will happen is I'm going to blank on the disease. Like, this is mine. I give it to you. 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 Like that. Yes, anonymous. It's pass on. Yes, pass on. Correct. Blank, there are 4 different types of dengue virus. Individuals can be infected with dengue up to 4 times. This is basically a classic giving a reason. As there are 4, okay, very good. Can be infected 4 times, okay? Goodness, all these things that we get from animals. Repeat infections increase the risks of blank dengue and in turn fatality, okay, of blank dengue. Increase the risk of what? If you get more infections, what then is the intensity? I would say one of the word can talk about intensity. One of the word is just basic verb. Getting, I will accept, of getting dengue. There's also another word that I will try to kind of like consider, which is the word serious. There have been 4 deaths blank far in 2022. Blank far, this is collocation. You know this. Pairs with the word far. Very good. Very good, Sha. So far, Vicky Angel. Yes. The National Environment Agency, NEA, has carried out around 389,000 inspections in the first half of the year, blank 10,800 mosquito breeding habitats. So they went around, right? They carried it out. They went out 389,000 inspections. And from those 389 inspections, what 10,800 mosquito breeding habitats? What do you think, people? No. Like they kind of like that. Letter S. SB. SB. What do you think? Spread? Not really. It's like they saw it. Spotting. Very good. It noted that at least half of these breeding sites are found in homes. Homeowners are advised to use aids, mosquito traps, or larvicide. Contextual clue, they're giving you examples. What's the word? These examples belong. This is giving you examples. So when you're about to give examples, you say What do you think, people of the world? The silence is loud. I know, right? I like that. That is so poetic, Pillow. Silence can be loud. Like, very good, Vicky. Vicky, you are indeed an angel. Like, good job. Like mosquito traps or larvicide to blank mosquito larvae before they reach the pupa stage. To what? Okay, this one you cannot type. You cannot type this word because this is not a good word. Just gonna put it there. Just confirm it with yourself if you got the correct answer in your head. Don't type it in because TikTok will most likely filter it. Okay. Professor Cook said Singaporeans could what? Singaporeans could blank precautions such as wearing long sleeves or applying mosquito repellent. What precautions? This is collocation that pairs with the word precautions. Anonymous, very good. You take precautions. Spraying insecticide indoors is blank option, he added. So you're basically giving like lots of tips. Is what option? Chloe, I'm adding another tip on top of another one previously, so it has to be another. Is another option. Because the person is talking, right? Professor Cook said, hey, you can do this. Take precautions, wear long sleeve, apply mosquito repellent. So then he's adding a bit more. So spraying insecticide indoors is another option. He added. See the word added here. Okay. Now, there are places the mosquito likes to rest. So spraying those places can help to blank the population. To what? The population. Host Mitsuko, I miss host Hey, you didn't join her live today, huh, Davi? Does she have a live tomorrow? Let me see. Ah, yes. I know. Tomorrow, no. But, okay, Davi, if you miss Teacher Ja, she will be back on Friday. Okay? Tomorrow, Teacher Yahweh. Now, reduce. Very good. Finally, you might consider installing anti-mosquito screens on windows like they do in Japan. Good job, people. I can't Friday. If you cannot Friday, Davi, then it will be on like Monday lah. Monday. If Friday cannot. Be strong. Be strong. Okay, let's do S&T, people, since we have about 10 minutes. Let's go. Be strong. Did you take your dog out for a walk? Mrs. Spang asked her husband. Direct speech to reported speech. Type it in. Quickly, quickly. Matcha is looking at your answers. Come on, people. Mrs. Pang asked who, and then do the question. Let's see. Asked her husband if he took their dog out for a walk. Pillow, be careful. It's did you take. When you see the word did, that's how you know this is past tense. So if it's past tense, remember you need to move one tense backward. You go to what tense? One tense backward becomes past perfect, correct? How would you correct your answer then? Very good. Ask her husband if he had taken their dog for a walk. Very good, very good. 67, my cousins had not been to Chinatown. They lost their way. Not what? Okay. What you think is the answer? Eisen, if her husband had taken their dog for a... Correct, Eisen. Correct, Vicky, Angel. Now let's move on to number 67. Not having been to Chinatown, my cousins lost their way. Wow, this one easy, huh? Very good, Chloe and Pillow. My cousins lost their way. This actually happened to my grandma. Oh, how did you manage to find your grandma though, Pillow? That's sad. Now, I will call you. I'm almost home. Okay, this one easy. Short also. This happened to me. And I suppose, Eisen, you are still with your original family. Like now. Okay, number 68. Short answer, but still slightly tricky. Welcome to those of you who just joined the live. I am safe. Okay, thank you for confirming that. I am happy that you are. She tried to take the MRT to Chinatown and she lost, but my aunt was there with her. Oh, okay, that's perfect, Pillow. So you eventually found her. As soon as I am home, I will call you. You are on a roll, Chloe. Good job. So long I don't go to Chinatown. You can go there again, Eisen, and face your fears. Nothing was done by my brother to clean up our room. Last 2 questions. Come on, people. We're almost there. You are correct. Did nothing to clean up our room. I was amazed that he ate the whole pizza. Okay, this one is easy. It would just require you one quick word form change. Now, somebody is answering. My brother had done nothing to clean up our room. If you say had done though, then you're going for past perfect. But there's really no two past actions in the whole sentence, only one. To my amazement, he ate the whole pizza. Good job. So amazed is adjective, and then we turn it to noun. To my amazement, he ate the whole pizza. Very good, people of the world. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, very good, very good. Now, congratulations. You just finished a few sections of this paper for today. I'm happy that you managed to do so. If you're looking for a very comprehensive paper to practice, much more comprehensive than this live session, feel free to join our Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision. Okay? Now, this paper 2 revision is exclusive. We have a full exclusive class for P5 students and a full exclusive class for P6 students. So feel free to join us for this one. We will be going through one paper 2 per day in this 10-day fully online course. Can we swap amazement to astonishment? No, pillow. It's because the original sentence uses the word amazed. So it has to be amazement. You use astonishment if the word was astonished. Also, amazement and astonishment have a slightly different meaning as well, because amazement is really fully leaning more towards like awe or like positive vibe. Astonishment can have a tinge of like negative shock in its meaning, right? So two very different words, cannot interchange them in the question. So yeah, if you want to continue comprehensive paper 2 revisions this July, 10 fully online program, we have the Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision. It will be 10 weeknights, Monday to Friday, 5, and then another Monday to Friday. 1.5-hour sessions, fully online. It will be, of course, live with an expert writer or teacher who will go through one paper 2 2024 from a top primary school in Singapore per day. You will also receive fully annotated answer keys for each of the lesson that you're joining. But if you are basically going for the 10-day bundle, wherein you want to join all the 10 days because you want to do really, you want to do the final stretch, you want to do targeted paper 2 practice, you are getting a discounted price. At the same time, on top of the fully annotated answer keys that you're already getting for the lessons that you're joining, you're also getting the PSLE Paper 2 2023 and 2024, the two most recent ones, fully annotated answer keys. Okay, actually on the next time I actually see all of you, I'm Sec 2. Hello, Sleepy. I'm gonna call you Sleepy because your TikTok handle is like the the sleeping emoji. If you're secondary too, you're still free to actually join the lessons. We are going through grammar questions and vocab questions, which are still essential for you and for essential skills that you need to do well for your secondary English lab. So if we do have secondary English live sessions, you can definitely look out for these things. Watch out for our Monday posting where we post the schedule for the upcoming week. So at least you can see, oh, I have a live session for this. Nonetheless, continue brushing up your English skills with this because anyway, in secondary school, you have editing, for example. The vocabulary you're learning is still helpful for you for your paper 1. So quite a few things that's still very much relevant for you in secondary school. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision, people. So basically, if you see all of it, you see that we have oral practice for 7th July and 11th August school holidays if you want to focus on paper 4 improvement. Nonetheless, if you want to focus on paper two, you can go for this one, which is also going to be in July. Everyone, we're already 18th of June. You've basically passed the midpoint of this month and the midpoint of this year, to be honest. So you're officially entering the examination season by the time you end the June holidays. So on top of me telling you to revise, you have to be more strategic with your revisions. It is the time now for you to know where your weaknesses are and your strengths are, so you can spend more time on the things that you actually need work with. And it's time for you to be a bit more strategic on these things because you have many subjects to juggle, not just English. I understand that. And there's many sections in that subject. So strategic in a way where sometimes there are places where I see potential in my student that, okay, he needs a lot of help on this, but I think with enough time and targeted practice, he can still improve on this. Or sometimes, given a lot of the things that my student is juggling, it's like, okay, this one we can give up. Like focus, bank on your strengths for this section, for example. So these are the things what I mean when I say be strategic about your revision halfway through, especially also if you are moving towards national exams this year, some of you. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. Join us for this programs. I'll see you around again, perhaps this coming Friday. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.